Handy Tech!
Under 100.
It's time for Handy Tech, the show where we find handy stuff that's tech and show it to you. It's also one of the only series that we have managed to stick with over the years. Anyway, we've got a lot of great stuff in our hands today to fuel your childhood gaming nostalgia. That is, unless you're currently a child, in which case you probably won't really get most of this stuff. Speaking of getting it, get TunnelBear. TunnelBear is the really simple privacy app so you can enjoy a more open internet. To try TunnelBear for free, go to tunnelbear.com/LTT. We'll have that linked below. First up is the SN30 from 8BitDo, a remarkably accurate replica of one of Nintendo's most beloved controllers. I've only made like 6 controllers, so it's not that hard, but anyway. It even has the right mix of convex and concave buttons. It's available in SNES or Famicom color schemes, and it was designed for use with the recent NES Classic and Super NES Classic consoles, since for some reason, Nintendo decided that in spite of the much greater size of modern TVs, they would endow those systems with cables that are much shorter than the originals. So now then, you can sit comfortably on the couch because not only is the SN30 a 2.4 gigahertz wireless controller, it also lets you reset the console remotely by holding down and select. The controllers can last for up to 25 hours off of just an hour of charging over USB Micro B, and they are reasonably priced at $25. Now, unfortunately, the dongle, complete with NES-style grill marks, uses Nintendo's proprietary connector. So while you can use the SN30 as a wired controller for your PC, Mac, or Android device by plugging in a USB cable, it doesn't have the broad functionality of the SN30 Pro. Turning everything good about the SN30 up to 11, it's got modern Nintendo features like rumble feedback and motion control, plus this nifty button for taking screenshots on the Switch. It also has thumbsticks, a home button, and 2 sets of L and R shoulder buttons, making it a fully functional Xbox One controller that can connect to anything with a Bluetooth signal. The feel is a little less authentic. It's heavier, they had to shift the buttons up to make room for the joysticks, and like the regular one, it is thicker than an original controller, not to mention that it's twice the price at $49, but it could be much more useful, especially with the $8 smartphone clip accessory, which does a surprisingly good job of hanging on to even large phones, though the weight is slightly imbalanced. All right then, so you like the idea of tactile gaming on the go, but you want something smaller? How about the OurDoboy, a credit card-sized 8-bit game platform that lets you not only play games, but also make and share them. OurDoboy comes with only a single classic 8-bit game, but it can be reprogrammed from a huge library of free, open source, and editable games online. The unit itself is super light, but still feels durable with a metal back, polycarbonate front, and subjectively pretty fantastic buttons. And it's got a toggle switch to turn it on, a 1.3-inch black and white passive matrix OLED screen, and 2 piezo speakers to blare your favorite chiptunes for up to 8 hours on a single charge. And because it's based on Arduino Leonardo, it can actually be recognized as an input device, like a synth keyboard or even a remote for your quadcopter. Not bad for $49. But if you're not interested in the user programmy crowdsourcey thing, you can also get an alternate version of the OurDoboy, the Tetris Micro Card. This one has an additional toggle for sound, a vertically oriented screen, and only 1 game. An officially licensed version of Tetris, complete with piece preview, wall kick, and soft landings. There are 15 difficulty levels that should be enough for most people, especially since you cannot pause the game, and it's a little bit dear at $54, but as fun little retro toys go, it is pretty awesome. Great gift idea. Now, to mash all of the themes we've touched on so far into one, the NES Pi case is a tiny Nintendo-themed enclosure for your Raspberry Pi B+, 2, or 3. It has slots for micro SD expansion, USB power in, HDMI out and audio out. Then it's got its own handy daughter board to handle pass-through Ethernet and 4 USB 2 ports, as well as power and reset buttons and a cute little red LED. And this is cool, they include a small fan mount so you can utilize the original slotted grill for cooling, and there's even a mysterious little compartment that you may or may not remember on the original NES that the NES Pi uses to hold extra SD cards. This thing is actually a great value. Even if you're not into the Pi scene, at 28 bucks, you could easily pay more for just a Nintendo themed desk ornament. And I'm not even mad that it's not as white as the one on the website, because the yellowing here makes it look really realistic. Leading us to finally, how are we gonna tie this into the theme? You could use it to lock up all this gaming stuff so that your roommates don't touch it with their greasy Dorito hands. Sure, that's it. Anyway, the tap lock is a smart padlock that you unlock with your fingerprint. Just press your finger against the capacitive sensor and the lock opens in just 0.8 seconds, which is key for a lock that you open and close all the time, like your gym locker or your New Year's resolution forbidden snack cupboard. Priced at 85 bucks, the tap lock can hold up to 500 fingerprints, making it easy to share with your whole family, and the battery can last for up to a year or 3,500 unlocks before it needs to be topped up with the magnetic cable. You can grant and revoke access to other people using the companion app, and you can also use it to check on the lock's battery life and open it without your finger by connecting over Bluetooth. As for how strong it is as a plain old lock, I mean, like anything, with the right tools you could obviously break it, but it's pretty beefy. So at 300 grams, the electroplated body is made of Zanuck 3, while the anti-shim and the anti-pry shackle is 7 millimeters of reinforced stainless steel. As for whether it can withstand the weather though, that's a bit of a mixed bag. So tap lock is IP66 rated, so any amount of rain should be fine as long as it doesn't get submerged. But when it comes to temperature, it's only rated for between -10 and 60 degrees Celsius, so not ideal if your shed is in northern Canada. All right then, so as with any handy tech, we've got our disclosure bit, and this time it's pretty easy. All of these items were sent to us by the manufacturers upon request. Speaking of upon request, it is on FreshBooks' request that I tell you about their small business accounting software. It's custom built for the way you want to work, and it's a simple way to be more productive, more organized, and to get paid faster if you're a freelancer or you run a small business. You can create and send professional looking invoices in less than 30 seconds. You can set up online payments with just a couple of clicks and get paid up to 4 days faster. They have great fully featured apps for both iOS and Android, and you can see when your client has seen your invoice and put an end to the guessing games once and for all. So for your unrestricted 30-day free trial, go to freshbooks.com/techtips and enter Linus Tech Tips in the How Did You Hear About Us section. So thanks for watching, guys. If you disliked this video, you can hit that button, but if you liked it, hit like, get subscribed, maybe consider checking out where to buy the stuff we featured at the link in the video description. Also linked down there is our merch store, which has cool shirts like this one, and our community forum, which you should totally join. Feels good. Feels good in the head, you know?